Hi, everybody, and welcome to our April team call. So, this call is going to be a little different from the prior calls that we've done. In the past, I've had very specific agenda items that I wanted to cover. This time, I do have a few items, but mostly I just wanted to kind of get some feedback from all of you because I just get the feeling like all of you are very excited and motivated to build your business, but yet when it comes down to the actual doing the tasks that need to be done every day, there's some obstacles getting in your way. And I'm not saying all of you, but I'm saying as a whole, that's the feeling that I'm getting. In order to build a really exciting business, you really need to be working towards it. You need to be doing the tasks that you're being taught. And I know that I sound repetitive when I keep saying to you that I know that you can do it, and I'm sure that you know that you can do it too, but yet it takes, not just going to the trainings and listening and not just watching videos and learning, but it takes the discipline of actually going through the motions and doing the actions that you know are going to get you the business that you want. So I kind of want to hear from all of you if you're having some obstacles. And one of the reasons I'm getting this feeling is because I find that I don't see that much engagement on our team page. And I really would like to hear from all of you to see that you're all really excited and that you're all paying attention and that the posts are either they're interesting or you have something to say about them or questions, anything like that. But I get the same couple or the same few that comment and then not a lot of feedback from anybody else. And I just, it's really important when you're growing a business to stay engaged on a daily basis. Because if you, on your real job, you just decided you're not going to go to it a few times a week, you're going to get fired. You need to be showing up every day, even if it's just hopping into the team page every single day just to see what's going on. It's really important that you check in every day. Otherwise, you'll be missing a lot of really important information. So I want to give all of you kudos. And there's Brindle. Yay, she actually has a face. So I want to give you all kudos for being on this call, because that in itself means that you are serious about the business and that it's important to you, that you want to grow this business because you have ambitions and you have a life that you have in mind that you want to create, and you can totally do it. So the fact that you're on this call in itself means to me that you are serious. And so I really am proud of each and every one of you that's on the call. So I'm glad Amy is engaging. She says, I have a hard time staying engaged with everything. I work full-time 40 miles from home and commute in between. Have a 15-month-old that takes my attention when I get home. Okay, I understand that. I have 3 boys. One of them is away at college. But you know what? It's not just excuses, because I do understand that it really does affect how much time you have available. It's making, it is real life, and it's making the commitment to grow this business is going to take some sacrifice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a video that just came to mind about making sacrifices. Just for the first 2 years or 3 years in this business, one particular coach comes to mind, Scotty Hobbs, and he's a top coach in this business, and he made a video about what he had to sacrifice. If you want to build a 6-figure income in 2 to 3 years, it is going to take sacrifice, and it's going to take maybe not spending time with your spouse in the evenings because you need to be doing your business and asking for support and understanding, and having later evenings together, or finding time during a lunch break, or on the weekends, of course. But it really does, if you don't have time, I'm going to have to mute everybody. If you don't have time during the day or evening when you would like to be doing it, then it's going to take either getting up at maybe a half an hour earlier to get some business in the morning, and then maybe a half an hour during your lunch break, and then staying up a half an hour to an hour later in the evening. It doesn't take that much time every day, but it does take time. So you need to dedicate that time and find it. Because, everyone who says about working out that they don't have time to work out, we all know that it's excuses. We all know that we make time for the things that are important in our lives. So for anybody who's having a hard time finding the time to do the business, tell me, private message me, and I will be happy to go through your whole day with you and find the time with you, and even help you to determine what tasks to do during each of those 15-minute increments of your time. So Amy's saying that you struggle with organizing your activities and keeping track, as I do a lot of it from the road. I get that. I mean, I'm not the most organized person either, at all. Ask Lori. We have spent a lot of time, Lori and I, together to try to get a system that would be organized. Yeah, getting up at 4 a.m. is definitely making the effort. I think that maybe working smarter might be a good way to do it. So I would suggest to reach out to me after the call. Anybody who's having a hard time figuring out, where to find your time or how to spend it, reach out to me and I will help you. We can have a call and I will ask you to provide me with your schedule of what, every hour of the day, what you do. And we'll together come up with a time frame of when you can run the business, do your business, and what tasks that you can, should be doing during those times. But it really does take at least an hour, 2 preferably a day, and you can totally grow an amazing life for yourself, the life of your dreams. So if that's important to you, because it's not important to everybody, so I'm not saying it should be something that everybody does, but for anybody that really is important to, and you're really passionate about wanting to build the life of your dreams and make the changes that you want in your life, then I'm here to help you do that. So when I see people who really are saying, that they're showing up on the calls and I see that they really want it, but yet I don't see you making Success Club 5 every month, that's where the red flag goes up for me, that I'm now reaching out to all of you to really, I'm speaking from the heart. I don't have a lot prepared. My main goal was to just reach out to all of you and just put myself out there and say, I'm here to help you. And anybody who isn't coming to me and saying, if you're not reaching Success Club 5 and we do not have a regular one-on-one coach call scheduled, then it's on you to reach out to me, because I'm making myself available to everybody. And the one requirement is that I do want you to keep track of your activities every day on a activity tracker, whether it be the one that I provided on our team page or on your own Excel spreadsheet or on your own document that you created yourself, even if you're just jotting it down on paper and scanning it to me or typing it in an email. I want to see on a day-to-day basis, what things you've done towards your business, how many people you've spoken to, how many people you've invited, those kinds of things, posting, how many times you've posted. So that's how I'm going to be able to help you. So you have me here as a resource to have as a one-on-one personal trainer towards your business. And if you're not using me for that, then there's a problem, because that's what's going to help you move your business forward. And I know at this point, I think only one of you who happens to be on this call made Success Club 5 last month. So Allison, I want to give you major kudos for that. You deserve it. Because Allison, really, you're doing everything that it takes in order to make Success Club 5. And, I posted a video on our Dream Believers page that I really hope all of you watched. It's from this coach who made Success Club 100, and she did it in 1 month, and she did it twice in a year. And I just think that's incredible. And she gives all of us 4 tips on what to do in order to make Success Club every month. And so I'm just going to go over the 4 tips with you very briefly, but I hope that you all watch the video. So basically, the first tip she gives us is to make sure every single day, no matter what, you're inviting 3 to 5 people every single day. And, you know, she says go for no. I don't know if any of you have read that book, but there are some contests that I've heard on coach team pages where you get as many no's as you possibly can. And whoever gets the most no's wins the contest. And it's because you are inviting the most. And you want to get no's. You want to keep inviting as many people as you can and getting as many no's as you can, because those no's are going to turn into yeses at some future time. And that's what's going to be building momentum in your business. So the real successful key is to invite every single day at least 3 to 5 people, no matter what. And I don't know who had watched who was at the hangout last night, so some of this might be repetitive, but I think that what we had said was that if you go for no and you do it no matter what. Shannon was talking about that she was moving her house and she still managed to invite every day. I mean, you know, on the weekends, sure. If you want to just take a day and just not do the business, of course, you should have a day to yourself. But 5 days out of the week, you should be inviting at least 3 to 5 people wherever you are, because you're not taking time when you're at a party or you're at a kids event or wherever you are, and you just bring it into the conversation with whoever it is you're talking to. That's not taking time out of your regular family activities during that day. So on the weekends, I actually, you know, I find that I do a lot of business on the weekends when I'm being social, when I'm not just sitting home and, you know, hanging out in my own house, but when I'm going out and being social, because I do wind up finding opportunities to talk to people about the business. So all I'm saying is that you need to just keep in the forefront of your mind, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, the Beachbody business, and take every opportunity that you have and make the opportunities. So inviting at least 3 to 5 every single day is what's going to grow your business. She was even saying how it's average where the people who say no to you now, most likely in like 2 months, they're going to wind up coming back to you, or you're going to follow up with them. Following up is just as important as inviting, because if someone says no to you now and then you never come back to them again, when they're ready, they're going to go with someone else who comes to them at that time. So you need to make sure to follow up with everybody who says no to you. So keep a list. However you need to, you know, whatever system works for you, whether you're doing it on the business activity tracker, doing an Excel spreadsheet, doing a Google Doc, or I know some people who are actually keeping Rolodex, or I should say index cards in recipe boxes, just in alphabetical order, writing them down on the index card, and you want to keep track of what they were interested in, what you were talking to them about, what they were considering doing. I'm sorry. I just have to shut my door because I left it open for the dogs. And all the gnats are coming in. Sorry. So you want to keep track of what they're interested in. So this way, when that product or that program goes on promotion, then you follow up with that person. You go back and you say, okay, who are all my people who are interested in PiYo? Because now that it's on promotion, I'm going to go share with them and say, hey, I know you were interested in PiYo. How would you like to get it for just $10 with an order of a 30-day supply of Shakeology? You know, and most likely when they hear they can get it for $10 with a bag of Shakeology. Oh, and Lori just had that today. That's awesome. So that's what you do. That's how you follow up with people. And even if it's not on promotion, you know, you want to stay in touch with these people, because it's all about connecting and it's all about building that relationship so that they come to you when they're ready. And that's the second tip, is to share your journey in order to connect with people. You want to make sure, actually, that was the third tip. So I'm gonna do that second. But you want to connect with people in order for them to develop trust with you. And I don't know if you guys have heard the wake-up call from last week, Lindsay Matways, but that's what I was listening to on my way home from work today for my personal development. And basically, she spent the majority of the call talking about her weaknesses. When she started this business, she had like no friends on Facebook. She had no upline. There was no training, no social media. She didn't know anything about social media. And she came from a background with all these horrible challenges that happened to her in her lifetime. And so she shared them with people. At first, she was afraid to, because she was afraid people were going to judge her. But as soon as she started sharing that with people, people started connecting with her because they could relate to her. So she talked about to share any challenges that you had in your lifetime, instead of thinking of them as, things that worked against you. They can work for you now by sharing them with people and letting them really get to know you and feel connected to you. So that was pretty, that resonated with me because I really haven't shared that much. And I think that's a great tip. And we do really want to connect with people. So connecting is huge. You want to definitely keep track of the people you're talking to, keep track of what they're interested in, and follow up with them. Even if it's a month later, you want to make sure you're keeping in touch with them and keeping that rapport going and seeing if they're ready now. So that was the second tip, the connecting. Now, the third tip I'm going to share that she had shared in the video is to share your journey in terms of your whatever fitness program you're doing, whatever Beachbody program you're doing. If you're sharing it with people, then they see that you're an example. If you're just talking to people about how great it is, but they don't see you doing it, they don't see you posting pictures of your before and after, or your results from the 3-day refresh, or talking about, that you are doing the Insanity Extreme Insanity Extreme program. I have this knot in my face. Then they're not going to believe that you're doing it. So they need to have faith in you, and you lead them by example. And when they see you being all excited about the programs that you're doing, then they'll have more confidence in you and want to follow you. I saw Shannon just posted today that today's her first day of the 3-day refresh. She tagged me in it, so now it's on my page too. But she sounded so excited, and that's what is going to, it's not, kind of inviting anyone else. She was just sharing with everybody that she's doing it and how excited she is because of the results that she gets from it. So you want to definitely make sure everybody knows that you're doing these programs too. And then the fourth tip is, I had mentioned on the call last night, is to treat every single day like it's your Success Club, you're at Success Club 0, even if you're not. You go into every day as though you have no Success Club points and you are just banging it out. And you just are going for Success Club 5 every day, inviting, following up, posting, and just, that's what's going to get you Success Club 5 at a minimum every month. And every single one of you can do it if you're doing these activities. So that's why I started out the call saying, you can hear me talk and you can hear all the other coaches who do videos and are mentoring you talk. But if you're not doing the activities that we're sharing with you that gets the results, then it's not going to happen. So I just, I really am just putting it out there from the heart because I want to see you all. There's absolutely no reason why all of you aren't reaching Success Club 5 every single month. It really isn't that difficult if you're doing these steps and you're putting in this time into your business every day. You're inviting 3 to 5 people every single day and making yourself a product of the product by doing the programs and showing your journey. So, some of you may have gotten lax about your own fitness or your own nutrition, and that's going to have an effect on your business. So, that's just another way of enforcing that you're going to make Success Club 5 is giving yourself another level of accountability, saying, look, I want the life that I want, and I want to have this business be successful, and I'm putting in all this work and all this time. So why wouldn't I do what I need to do for my own health and fitness, not only for myself, but to make this business happen? Because I know it's not going to happen if I'm not an example, if I'm not, a product of the product. So you really need to get serious about being a product of the product and sticking to, if you need to put a picture of me looking at you on your refrigerator, do it, because that's what's going to get you success in your business. Sticking to your nutrition and being a product of the products, making sure you're doing the fitness program every single day, that it's instructed on your calendar, that you're making that your commitment. All right, so basically those are the tips about that video that I really wanted to share, because I really think that they're so on par. They're very accurate. They're just spot on. And I think that if all of you do those things and you really stick to it and you stay engaged to the page, our team page, and to your training, whichever training you're in, then it's going to happen. There's no way it won't happen. It's not like you're having to recreate the wheel, because this is what it takes. And doing your personal development, of course, that's huge. That's what's going to get you to push through when you're having negative thoughts. And that's the other, that's not part of the video, but it's another topic I wanted to go over with you is we all have negative thoughts sometimes. We all have days where we're just not feeling it. We're not feeling confident, and we're sensitive to maybe people not commenting on our posts, or maybe someone who responded to us saying they're not interested, or someone who we thought were interested and then they bailed out on us. We all have those days. I do, for sure. And the personal development is what's going to get you through, but you need to just always be thinking to yourself, every top coach in this business has been here, and they've pushed through it, and so will I. And that's how they made it to where they are, and so can you. So you just have to push through those thoughts and turn them around and say to yourself, everyone in this business has had these thoughts, and I'm not going to let that affect me. Instead, I'm going to say to myself, I know there's no reason why I can't do this, because there are so many other coaches that are just like me and did this business and made it to the top of the chain. So I know that I can do it too. Why not me? So, all you need to do is just reach out to me, reach out to your success partner, and listen to some personal development and get yourself through it. Positive thinking, and that's what's going to make you keep doing it. Just trudge along when you're going through that time, kind of negative thoughts, trudging along and turning it around. But, you just need to continue to push through it, because then it will wind up getting wonderful. The cycles in this business, you can be at a low where you're feeling like nobody's listening to me, nobody wants to follow me, and then the next week or even the next day, you could be getting all these people asking you, what are you doing? Or, tell me about this Shakeology. And then all of a sudden you have like Success Club 6. That's how it can happen in this business. And then you'll be flying high. So don't let one day or even a week or a month of feeling down let you quit, because that's what is going to create your success, is sticking through it and continuing to learn. And you will wind up reaching success as long as you don't give up. So what I'm going to do, I already have this contest going for Summit, that whoever reaches Success Club 5 is going to be $5 towards your dinner when we all go out for dinner at Summit. And if you reach Success Club 10, that'll be $10 towards your dinner. So now I am going to also offer just a cute little prize that, it's always fun getting something in the mail. I'm going to ship you a prize if you get Success Club 5 or, or above. And also I'm going to add, if you get personal volume, whoever gets the most personal volume on the team, it has to be a minimum of 1,000 personal volume points. But if you get a minimum of 1,000 personal volume points, then you will get a prize for that as well. So those are 2 new contests that hopefully that'll give you a little bit more incentive to do the things that you need to do in order to make it happen. I just found out that if I make Success Club 10 by the 11th of April, then I can have a definite meeting, or I guess a one-on-one photo shoot with one of the fitness celebrities at the Cancun Success Club trip. So, I mean, that's kind of like a far shot, but I think I'm definitely going for it. I'm at Success Club 4 now. So when you know that you have something that you really want, you make it happen. So that's what you need to think about. You really want to have the life that you want. And now you have, a couple of other fun things, summit dinner and, a little prize that you'll get in the mail from me. So just do the things that you know that I've been telling you that need to be done every day. Set time aside and do the tasks, the inviting, the being a product of the product, and your personal development, staying engaged with the team page. Those things, you can do it in an hour or two a day. So get those things done every day and you will be flying high. I want to see great morale on our team. I mean, I want to see a lot of activity on our team page, and I want it to be great, high energy, because we have such a great team. I mean, all of you are awesome. We really do. So I want to get us going again. I feel like we kind of hit a little bit of a slump on our page, and I really want to feel that energy. So every time you make any Success Club points, make sure you add it to the calendar. It's exciting, and we all want to see it. And let me see what else. The only other thing I was going to say is just that this business is not easy. That's why everybody doesn't succeed at it. It only takes the people who are really consistent and are really disciplined and don't give up. And it's not an easy thing to do. But if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So it's just like what we teach our challengers. Stay focused, stay consistent, and stay disciplined, and you will succeed. Just like, you would reach your weight loss and fitness goals if you did that, you will also succeed at this business and at having the life that you want. All right, now I'm going to open it up for anybody who has any questions or anything that you'd like to share in terms of any obstacles that you have. Brindle? Okay, I'm going to unmute you.
All right.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. It's nice to be able to hear your voice too.
I know, thanks for reminding me. I'm getting used to this whole smartphone thing. The thing is, for me, the hardest thing for me right now is inviting. Not inviting per se, but just I get overwhelmed when I think of inviting because I just feel like, who am I going to invite? Like, it seems so vast and so overwhelming, and I don't have a specific person in mind. I know sometimes I've gotten people by posting something first and then saying, like, if you want to blah, 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 click like.
Right.
But, and then waiting to see who clicks like. But I was hoping maybe if you could direct us more specifically to more ideas of how to go about choosing people or doing something so that there is a specific person.
Sure. Yes. Okay, well, first of all, I'm glad you said that. I'm actually glad you brought that up because it reminded me of a couple of things I was going to share. The first thing I would suggest is whenever you're posting anything about health and fitness, about one of the 3-day refresh that you're doing or anything like that, every single person who likes your posts, you want to send a private message to. And what I usually do is I start out with just a simple, hey, Brindle, how would you like to join my online support group based on exercise and nutrition? First, I'll start out by saying thank you for liking my post, and then I'll go into that. And it's just a simple question. And then if they say yes or answer in an affirmative manner at all, then I go into the whole invite process. But that's one thing, is by inviting anybody who likes any of your posts. Then another thing is anytime I see anyone on Facebook who's talking about nutrition or weight loss or anything, of course I'm going to send them a private message. but I used to just pick people out of the blue. I mean, I would go through all of my friends and just pick someone who I thought might be interested, not necessarily someone who's overweight, but just someone who I can identify with. And at the beginning, I didn't really even pick anybody in particular. I would just copy and paste my invite and just invite like 10 people each time. Everybody. I would just, go through my friends list and just invite everybody, men, women, didn't matter. So that's what I used to do at the beginning. And now that I've already invited all of my friends, I make sure to add new friends every day. You want to always make sure to increase your friends list so that you are, you have more people that are exposed to your posts. And at the same time, when they accept your friend request, then you want to just build a rapport with them before inviting to anything. And then it might come up in the conversation when you're building the rapport with them. Another thing that's been really successful for me lately is in doing events. This didn't used to be successful at the beginning. I would do an event and I didn't get much feedback from people or people joining it. And now that's changed. So things change as you progress in your journey. But now I'll do an event and I get a lot of people who I had no idea, like friends that I had no contact with, and I had no idea would, are interested. And that gave me then the reason to send them a private message and have the whole invite conversation. So events are great. Another thing is free challenge groups. And I'm in the process right now of doing a 5-day clean eating challenge group. And that's how I got my that's how I got all 4 of my Success Club points. It was from my free clean eating challenge group. People joined it. And then I could see that they were interested in, their nutrition. And so I sent them a private message and they signed up with one signed up with the 3-day, the 21-day fix kickstart with the 3-day refresh challenge pack. And this is someone who I just started talking to today. So it just happens like all at one time. Sometimes, of course, it takes a long time. It's really nice when it all happens at once, but however it happens, you just have to keep inviting. And then the other thing, did that answer your question, Brenda?
Yeah, just very quickly, when you said your events, are you talking about real life events or?
No, I'm talking about Facebook events. Like when I just did an event for the 3-day refresh, and and then my event for my clean eating group, the Kickstart to Summer.
Okay, so it's the same thing then, event and challenge group. It's the same thing.
Well, I create the event first. Yes, I create the event first, and then I add them to the group. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was going to mention, which I'm so glad that I didn't forget, that kind of sparked my memory. I had mentioned in the challenge group that I want to do some different things. And I've been getting these great ideas of doing team challenge groups where we do all this really cool stuff and we can do it together as a team. We don't want it to be too large though. So I've heard some other coaches who do this and they just separate their coaches into like maybe 2 coaches or 3 coaches to a challenge group, depending on how many challengers they have. They want to keep it to maybe 20 or 25 challengers max to keep it intimate. But we can always copy and, use the same information. But it's doing contests, in the challenge groups, splitting up into teams and doing contests and then giving, awarding prizes for the winners, and then doing individual contests and doing just fun things. Doing a contest like for a week, like who can post the funniest public plank, and just everyone, get them engaged of posting these planks of them doing planks in like a public setting and stuff like that. So really cool ideas that I've heard about, and I just thought that it would be a really fun thing to do. And then another thing is a virtual fitness center. So right now, the challenge group that I've had going for over a year is basically the same people, and I'm thinking of maybe making that a virtual fitness center, and then having another smaller challenge group for just the people who are just starting out, and then moving them when they graduate to the virtual fitness center. But having like different things going, I want to create a system for our team so that we are all on the same page with maybe doing, for the first 5 days of the month, doing a 5-day clean eating group. And we can all do it at the same time so that we can copy each other's posts if we want to. And so it's, you know, no one has to recreate the wheel. And it really does get a lot of people coming in. And then some people do it mid-month as well, a clean eating group in the beginning and in the middle of the month. And then coach sneak peek, you know, into the coaching opportunity. So these are ideas that I'm just sharing with you that I want to start creating in our team, a system of doing specific groups every, you know, beginning of the month, middle of the month, and us all doing it together as a team. So anybody have any thoughts on that? You can talk. I'm going to raise your hand if you have any thoughts that you'd like to share. Anybody who's chatted but is able to talk? No? Okay. All right. So that's basically what I had. And the other thing is I wanted to make sure that everyone is planning on going to a Super Saturday on April 25th. Mark your calendars. And the one in Tampa right now is still TBD. They haven't determined where we're having it yet. But as soon as we know, I will let you know. But everyone else needs to definitely find a Super Saturday near you and register for it. If you need help finding it, message me and I will help you, show you where they are in your area. Okay? But everybody should make sure to go to a Super Saturday. That's the fourth unofficial vital behavior, is attending these live events. And I hope everyone's planning on going to Summit. That's in 100 days from today. So very exciting. That's going to be awesome. Hope everyone is planning on being there. And so if anyone has any questions, any thoughts, any remarks about anything that I had to say during this call, raise your hand. Roth? Okay, I think you're unmuted. Oh, maybe that's why you're calling in as well. Okay, wait. Okay. Are you talking? We can't hear you.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You know, I've been doing this for about a month now, and I've invited like 2 people, and I'm a little overwhelmed, probably most overwhelmed by all the different groups that I'm following right now and all the stuff that's going on. And so, you know, I can understand, and I do have a full-time job. So, you know, I think that, you know, as Amy was saying, where she's, you know, has difficulty because of all the stuff that's going on, I can definitely relate to it. And I think one of the things that I got out of the Hangout call last night was, or maybe it was the week before, was talking about, you know, what is a group of people that are similar to you that you can invite that they can relate to what you're doing. And so for me, it's like I'm an old fat guy that is trying to get in shape and feel much better. And I've done P90X in the past, and I didn't lose any weight. And I got in good shape, but I didn't lose any weight because I wasn't doing any of the nutrition stuff. And so I think a lot of old fat guys like me know, you know, they think if I just work out, I'm going to get better. And so that's my target, is to go find a bunch of my old fat guy friends and try to get them to join me in doing this process, you know, them, their wives, whoever, to try to get them to join me. And so I think that, you know, you know, any of us, if we can figure out, you know, because I'm not a health club employee or running, I'm not in the health club business. So, you know, that it's a little bit, you know, overwhelming from that standpoint because I'm not in that business. But there are a bunch of friends that I have, you know, I have 500 and something Facebook friends, a lot of them people that I grew up with. And you know, so I'm going to use that to try to get people to join me in getting healthy.
Okay, well, thank you. I have to just remark that I disagree with you. You're definitely not old and you're definitely not fat. But I do understand where you're coming from, and yes, that's branding. So you definitely want to, that's a great, great idea, is to reach out to people who are like you that you're friends with and invite them. So yes, that's a great suggestion. And yeah, I understand at the very beginning especially, it is overwhelming. It's even overwhelming as you continue, but you kind of learn how to prioritize which groups to really check in with every day. You know, there are many groups, but you have just specific groups that you know that you need to check in every day. So basically, you just have the Team Dream Believers group and your Coach Basics group. So it's really whatever coach training you're doing and your team page is where you would check every day. And then any other thing is really if you're tagged. You know, if you're tagged in a post, of course, in one of the other group pages, then you'll want to check that. But yes, I can totally understand because we've all been there and it's very overwhelming at the beginning. But as long as you're just remaining, you know, don't think of it as you need to do it all at one time. It's just one thing at a time and just doing, you know, 15 to 20 minutes of personal development at a minimum each day, you know, whether it be while you're driving or while you're, you know, doing laundry or whatever it is, fitting that into your day. And then, you know, the other 3 vital behaviors is really takes maybe an hour to 2 hours. Once you start growing a business and you have coaches under you that you're training, then it'll take more time. But definitely posting every day so that everyone, you know, knows that you're a Beachbody coach and that they know that you are the go-to person for health and fitness, and then doing your invites every day. And, you know, try not to, you know, feel overwhelmed, because it doesn't have to be that way. And if you are feeling overwhelmed, then reach out to your coach and they will help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Anybody else? Okay. One other thing that I did want to mention is that there is this, Greg Plaskett is doing this amazing diamond, you know, it starts with diamond is the name of the training. I really encourage everyone to do it. I understand if you're already in Diamond Dash and you feel like you can't do 2 trainings at one time, but if there's any way possible that you can, go for it, because you'll be completely bombarded with amazing content, and that'll only help your business grow. And then those of you who are not in the Diamond Dash because you're not yet Emerald, or because you haven't finished the Coach Basics yet, then definitely join Greg's training, because he's going to have such a lineup of amazing coaches. It's going to be really incredible for your business to be a part of that training as well. Okay, so I'm going to end the call basically with just reminding you to step it up. I mean, all of you should be doing Success, at least a minimum of Success Club 5 every single month. And doing your business activity tracker or whatever system you're using and sending it to me every Wednesday night so that you can then schedule your one-on-one weekly call with me. So if you're not already doing that, that should be your next step. And, you know, you all can totally do this business. It's just about making the commitments to doing your activities every single day. Allison, about the process for time. Yes, we can go over that during our one-on-one call. Diamond rank advancement, you mean what you need on each leg? Yeah, you just need the 4 coaches on each leg, with 4 active coaches on each leg, with one of each of those coaches as Emerald. So basically, I think you're there. Aren't you there? You have one on each. Okay, we'll talk about this, because I think you do that. You have that already. Rank advancements are on Thursdays, every Thursday. So if you've reached it at any point during the week, then on Thursday is when you will rank advance. So tomorrow, Allison, I think you might be Diamond. That'll be awesome. Okay, does anybody have anything else? Nope. Okay, well, everyone have a wonderful evening and make this a great month. All right? You can all do it. I have faith in you. All right, good night.